Welcome to Mike's Mr. October and More. Okay, if you watched my last episode, I was doing autographs to the mail of little known players who got a cup of coffee in MLB. And most of these autographs through the mail I obtained back in the early mid 90s. Most of these players are gone. But the first one here is Homer Peel. And here's the backside. And look at this. Played in 1927 for the St. Louis Cardinals and in 1929. Pretty amazing. And my father had done this with a typewriter. Yes, a typewriter. So I'm going to give you some stats on Homer Peel. He had 2 home runs, 44 RBIs, and a .238 average. Played first base and outfield. And he was part of the 1933 World Series winning team. He was born in October of 1902 and died in April of 1997. He was 94. Next one is Flea Clifton. '34-37, Detroit Tigers. Now, Flea Clifton is a very unique person here, but he had 0 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a .200 average. Born 1908 and died in 1997. He was in the 1935 World Series because Hank Greenberg broke his wrist in Game 2. Flea Clifton, his first name is Herman. His father was killed in World War I at the Battle of the Argonne Forest. And his mother got remarried into a very abusive stepfather and did not get along, kicked Flea out. He lived like in a shed, and he was basically homeless, and people would help him out. And matter of fact, the stepfather murdered a woman somewhere down the line and was thrown in jail, or either got the death sentence. But had a very unfortunate early childhood. Next one is Stewart Hofferth. Again, my father typed this with a typewriter. And Stewart finished with 4 home runs, 51 RBIs, and a .216 average. He was a catcher for the Boston Braves from 44 to 46. He was born January 1913 and died in 1994. He was 81. And the next one is going to be Harry Stinky Davis. And here's the backside. And he played in 32 to 33 for the Detroit Tigers and in 1937 for St. Louis Browns. Born in March of 1908, died in March of 1997. He was 4 days short of his 89th birthday. Here is a newer player, Bruce Christensen. He was a shortstop. 0 home runs, 3 RBIs, and a .270 average. 63 at-bats. Played for the California Angels in 1971. He was born in February of 1948, and he's still living. Next one is going to be Milt Welch. And again, here is the backside. And he had 0 home runs, 0 RBIs, and a 0 average. He had 3 official at-bats. He was a catcher. 1945 Detroit Tigers. And there you go, Tiger 727. Next player also I'm going to have is from the Detroit Tigers. But he was born July 1924 and died in February of 2019. He was 94. Here's another Detroit Tiger. And that's going to be Shoop. And 0 home runs, 1 RBI, and a 143 average with 7 at-bats. And his only hit was against Hall of Famer Early Wynn. He was born in September of 1931, and he died in March of 2003. And my next one is going to be Stan Johnson. It's got a nice handwriting there. Again, there's the back side. 1 home run, 1 RBI, and a 111 average, all ones. He had 9 at-bats, and his only home run was off of Frank Funk of the Cleveland Indians, and he played outfield. He was born in February of 1937, died in April of 2012. Actually, that was Stan Johnson. And here's his one-year wonder baseball card. Got this from Frank Frisch years ago. He had a card series. And next one is going to be Milt Nielson. And he played for the Cleveland Indians in 1949 and 51. He was born in February of 1925, and he died in August of 2005. He was 80. And my next to last one is going to be Ed Sanicki. And here's the backside. And he was an outfielder, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a 294 average, and played for Philadelphia Phillies, 49 and 51. The most interesting thing about him is that he has the highest slugging percentage with 20 plate appearances, which is higher than Babe Ruth, it's number 5, Ted Williams, number 7, and Lou Gehrig, number 8. He was born in July of 1923 and died in July of 1998, one day short of his 75th birthday. He died in Old Bridge, New Jersey, near me. And believe it or not, he went to Seton Hall, which was paid by the Brooklyn Dodgers from 41 through 43. I'm going to give you one special card here that I just obtained in the mail. And this is a reprint of the 1967 Topps card, and that's none other than Aaron Pointer. And he was in the same lineup back in 1960. He played for the Colt 45s and the Houston Astros parts of 3 seasons, but he was in the same lineup back in 1964 with Joe Morgan, Rusty Staub, and Jimmy Wynn. And he is the last player to bat over 400. He batted 401 in the minor leagues for a full season. Nobody has done that since 1961. Aaron Pointer. And if you recognize the last name, he is the brother of the Pointer sisters, and he also was a NFL official linesman for a number of years. So this ends part 2 of my ATTMs. I hope you found this interesting, of little known players, and I will be doing a part 3 sometime in the near future. If you like, give me 1 or 2 thumbs up. Any comments? I answer all comments. And if you're passing through and you're not subscribed, why don't you subscribe to my channel? And thanks again for watching Mike's, Mr. October, and more.